Hello, and welcome to the Lawrence Technological University presentation today. My name is Andrea, and I am a regional admissions counselor for LTU. I'm currently in my apartment, so I don't get the beautiful view that other people get in their presentations. But nonetheless, hopefully my dog won't bark. Apologies in advance if she does, but we'll get started. So, a little history about Lawrence Tech. First off, we're in Southfield, Michigan, which, if you have a hand map, is kind of over this away. We were founded by George and Russell Lawrence, the Lawrence brothers, in 1932. So, it was really founded as kind of an opportunity for the blue collar workers of the Model T assembly plant at Henry Ford, at Ford Motors, for them to get an opportunity to get an education in addition to working all day. So they would basically work all day in the plant and then come to what was at the time called Lawrence Institute of Technology, come to campus at night. So we really pride ourselves on theory and practice. So our students aren't just going to get the theory in the classroom, they'll also get hands-on practical research opportunities. You guys can take a look. We do have labs, studios, depending on your major. Undergraduate research is pretty big, and considering the size of the university, I think that's pretty important. Senior projects, every senior does a project no matter what major you're in. If you're not a senior, you can request to be in what we call a Quest project, which is basically, like I said, undergraduate research, maybe helping out the senior projects, and you'll get recommendations and I can't think of the word. Basically, you work under some of our current professors, get their advice, get their advising. So LTU by the numbers. Lawrence Technological University is a small to medium-sized campus, depending on kind of what you feel is a small to medium-sized school. We currently have about 4,500 students. 3,500 of them are in their undergraduate studies. You can see we are pretty well represented by about 35 states and over 42 countries, which gives us a great alumni base, about 30,000 alumni worldwide. If you ever get a chance to come to campus, come to one of the open houses. Sometimes we have alumni come and present, show us where they're at now, what companies they've started, what corporations they're working for. They really get to show what LTU has given them after the education part of it. So the learning environment for us is pretty unique. Students are directly admitted into their major. They can be, which is nice. You don't have to go through 2 years of general education requirements and then start your major. You really get to start in at day one. So for example, an architecture student will take a studio class the first semester of college and continue to take studio classes throughout the 4 or 5 years that they're here. We only have classes taught by our full-time faculty, full or part-time faculty. No teacher's assistants, no grad assistants are going to be teaching our students. And the class sizes are fairly small, 11 to 1 student-faculty ratio, as you can see. Most of our students see between 10 and 20 students or other students in their classes. So relatively small, and obviously the higher level courses will probably have a few less students in them as well. So one unique thing I think about Lawrence Tech is that we have this thing called LTU Zone. It's basically our customized laptop program. So as you can see, every student gets a laptop on our campus. You put a $500 deposit down when you come to LTU, and then obviously when you turn it in after your 4 years, you get that deposit back. But it comes with all the market-ready software. So the software that you will use is what you're going to be using once you graduate and get out into the real world that we call life. So you can see it's fairly expensive, all that software. So we value the laptop at about $15,000, which is pretty big. It's nice too. You don't have to worry about warranty. You don't have to worry about tech support. You can take the laptop to our help desk. They'll fix it for you. They update it every semester. It's a pretty nice value, and most of our students really enjoy that part of it. So we do have a leadership curriculum in addition to obviously your major courses. What you do is you'll take a leadership class once a year. It's kind of gets you exposed to a group environment, leading a group environment. There are community service opportunities. You also do get a credit on your transcript as well for this. So it just kind of opens you up a little bit to group work, showing you kind of, in addition to what your major is, kind of how to communicate all that information. So, and how's the fun part? The 4 colleges that we have at LTU: Architecture and Design, Arts and Sciences, Engineering, and Management. Within those 4 colleges, we have close to probably 100 different majors that you can choose from. We also offer everything from a certificate, associate's, bachelor's, master's, and doctoral programs depending on the subject matter. So there's lots of opportunity. Also, we have morning, afternoon, evening, night classes. So you can really come in as a traditional student and do, the morning, afternoon classes, or you can come in as a non-traditional student and kind of make the degree your own. So we have a lot of flexibility when it comes to that. So the first college, Architecture and Design, you guys can take a look at the different majors that we have. The 2 notable ones obviously are Architecture and Architectural Engineering. Those are actually direct entry 5-year master's programs. So for those incoming freshmen, that's a huge probably difference between us and a lot of other schools. You're going to be set up to get your master's, then hopefully sit for that test to call yourself an architect. So we have a lot of options with that. We also have some design studios in downtown Detroit, and we actually have a design studio in Paris too. So for those of you looking to kind of actually get to use what you learn in the classroom outside the classroom, we have lots of opportunities in that too. College of Arts and Sciences, it's a little bit of a hodgepodge of kind of a lot of different degrees. You can see chemical, biology, chemistry, physics, math, the science side of things, as well as English communication arts, media communication. For those of you interested in radio, TV, broadcasting, we definitely have different options for you, as well as humanities if you're kind of looking for maybe more general degree, but really like what LTU has to offer. We have some options for you as well. College of Engineering is probably our biggest college on LTU's campus. You can see we have lots of different options for you, and some of these programs, which you can see online, do have concentrations within them, which is notable. So if you don't see exactly what you're looking for, remember that you can major in certain majors, certain programs, and then have a concentration within that. Architectural engineering, once again, is here because it's dually supervised by the architecture department as well as the engineering department. So you really get a multiply disciplinary program. You're going to get a little bit of everything. And a more notable one as well is the robotics engineering. I believe we're the only one in Michigan, as well as not many schools in the area have robotics engineering as well. So another multiple disciplinary study. It's got, electrical, mechanical, computer engineering, computer science. So lots of different aspects to that major. And last but certainly not least is our College of Management. You can see we do have different concentrations within the business administration program. So for those students who are really looking for maybe the more business side of things, this is a great opportunity to work with some of our engineering students who are creating market-ready products in their senior project, working with them, really building a business plan, developing that connection right off the bat. So living on campus, especially for my Chicago students, this is going to be kind of a big one. Residence halls, we don't really have dorms, they're more residence halls because they are apartment style. So they have 2, 3, and 4 bedroom apartments. It's nice, they come with a kitchen and a living room. To be honest, they're probably nicer than my apartment. But it's nice. We also have the dining option of the Real Food on campus is our dining hall. They have lots of different options for you. Obviously, they've got the cheeseburgers and the hamburgers and the grilled cheese. And they also have kind of a daily selection of like a home-cooked meal version of stuff too. The Pod Provisions on campus is a little one-stop shop kind of an area. as well as Einstein's Bagels is on our campus. And for those of you Michiganders who enjoy Jet's Pizza, they actually deliver through the meal plan to campus. So solid, love it. The fun part, athletics. For those of you who are interested, you can see all of our current athletics. Most of our athletic programs are NAIA, which means we can give scholarships for them, except men's hockey is ACHA. You can see that there as well. 2 new sports coming for fall of 2014 are men's and women's golf and men's and women's tennis. So keep an eye out for those. And for the people who aren't interested in the competitive level sports, we do have intramural sports at LTU. It's kind of nice. Keep in mind, that's how our lacrosse team got started. I think it was an intramural sport first, and then we turned it into an NAIA sport. So, student services. If you have watched any of the other videos, you see this lovely glass building behind them. That's where our admissions office is. That's where all of my colleagues are at. The picture is right there. That's the building. I won't go through all the list of everything that's in that building, obviously, but you can see it's got our computer help desk, like I said, for your computer. If your computer breaks, you got a problem with it, you take it by there. Office of Admissions, Student Affairs, University Housing, and I'm going to kind of bump into the next slide. Career Services. Career Services will really help you with employment opportunities, especially internships and co-ops. You can see the percentage there. About 65% of our students participate in co-ops and internships. It's not a requirement of our students, but I think it's definitely an advantage in the field to get to know your professors. For how small of a school we are, it's going to be easy to get to know your professor, get a letter of recommendation, and get those opportunities before you graduate. It's very important. I think probably the most important statistic on this page, though, is the 88% of students at LTU are employed within 6 months after graduation. You guys know that's very important these days with the way the world works, so that's pretty impressive. We do have a lively student organization and activities. There is a social side to LTU. You can see students planning activities monthly. They bring different concerts and events to campus for our students to participate in. We do have Greek Life that kind of balances out our athletic programs. Professional organizations, and recreational organizations. So we have like a robotics team that works kind of in and outside of the classroom. So definitely lots of opportunities to get out of your head of the academic side of things. Freshman admission. So for students interested that are still in high school, we will need your official high school transcript. We do recalculate your GPA. We basically only take your core classes, so English, science, math, and social studies. We do a weighted scale, so if you have any AP or honors courses, we do accept those as well. We'll need your ACTs or SAT score. We need 1 essay and 1 letter of recommendation. Now, this is what I was talking about. Some of our programs within the architecture and design college do require a portfolio submission. So game art, which is a fairly popular and growing major, industrial design and transportation design do require a portfolio. If you don't have a portfolio and you're younger than a senior, now is a good time to check out our summer camps. We have different summer camps to help you build your portfolio, and it's a great opportunity not only to build your portfolio, but then we offer scholarships through those as well. We'll talk about that in a little bit too. For transfer students, we do need your any and all official college and university transcripts. You'll need to probably have about 30 credits or more at another university to transfer those credits in. And mainly for the Michigan students, we do have transfer guides for different community colleges. I know some of my Illinois students, we won't have those, but we'll definitely work one-on-one with you and make sure that things will transfer the way that they should. We'll also need your official high school transcript, your essay, 1 essay, and 1 letter of recommendation. Same goes for the portfolio submission for game art, industrial design, and transportation design. 2013 and 14 costs. So for the average tuition and fees right now, we're about $29,000. Remember, that includes the laptop that we offer you. Housing rates obviously depend on whether you live with how many people you live with, and then you can see the meal plan below, and we talked about the different meal options on campus as well. So scholarship opportunities for freshmen, obviously you guys can take a look at this chart. You can see kind of where you place based on your GPA, ACT, SAT. They start at 6,000 and go on up. These are the automatic scholarships, so you're automatically eligible for these just when you apply and submit your supplemental material. We do have some other scholarship opportunities. I'll kind of talk about those in a second. Transfer scholarships is very similar. They start at $4,500, and that's if you're not going to transfer or any credits that you're going to transfer. Obviously, the more credits you transfer, probably, and the higher your GPA is, the more money you'll get. Here's some additional scholarships that we offer. So we do have a Michigan scholarship competition as well as an out-of-state scholarship competition. Those deadlines are coming up. I believe the Michigan one already passed, but don't mark my word on that. We can definitely check it out if you have questions afterwards. The out-of-state scholarship competition is coming up too. The deadline hasn't passed for that, so if you're still interested for seniors, make sure you apply for that. Like I said, we have a portfolio scholarship for those interested in the design majors. And then anyone who's interested, if you're doing FIRST Robotics, if you're doing STEM projects right now, there's tons of scholarships out there that you can apply for that will work at LTU. So make sure you kind of seek out your resources early in advance. I won't go through this entire slide. Clearly, it's a lot of verbiage, but I just wanted to put this on there so you can see. I think the most notable ones would probably be our military-friendly school, ranked in GI jobs, as well as in Bloomberg Business Weekly. We were in the top 7% of all universities for earning power, which basically means kind of your bang for your buck. Once you graduate and you get a job, you're going to be making a sufficient amount of money in order to pay back what you spent to get an education at LTU. You can take a look at that. So, for students who are already accepted, make sure you join Connect Blue. If you have questions about Connect Blue, you can definitely chat with us afterwards. But Connect Blue is kind of our own personal social media, if you will. A lot of our students find their future roommates that way, so it's really great for freshmen to get to know each other before you ever step foot on campus, which is obviously a great opportunity. Make sure you sign up for university housing. We do have limited space, as well as make sure you register for your placement assessments, orientation registration, all that good stuff. So like I said, the upcoming events, we do have a campus open house for those of you who are interested on February 22nd. If you have questions and you want to sign up, please let us know. We will register you. Michigan Scholarship Competition is February 22nd as well. And for my out-of-state students, our competition is on March 28th. Make sure you put it on your calendar. You have to be there if you're accepted to it. I don't think I can see anybody online. If there's any questions, please let us know. Like I said, my name is Andrea. I am the Illinois regional rep. I'm here in Chicago. You guys can contact any of our admissions counselors. Our admissions office is open for good parts of the day. They are on Eastern Standard Time. I'm on Central. So just let us know if you ever have any questions. We will be on chat the rest of the day, and we're on here quite often. So please let us know if you have any questions, okay? Thank you.